fight. Holy... Alrighty, you guys saw that insane 0 to death combo in the beginning, and that's why I'm making this new Jake guide, because in the original full Jake best combo guide, you know, best for clickbait purposes, I actually did not cover air juggling in depth, and that's because I've actually learned how to air juggle since then on Jake. And there was the patch where they nerfed Jake's infinite skateboard. It actually made his skateboard more consistent for comboing and stuff like that. So we're gonna cover the new full combo guide in this video. You don't have to watch the first video. We're first gonna go over the finishers, then I'm gonna cover ground combos, then I'm gonna cover air combos, so stick around for the full video. So first up, let's go over finishers. Now we're just putting this in here for the new Jake players. Every new Jake player always asks, which moves should I use to consistently kill on Jake? And it's pretty simple. So first up, obviously, you're gonna have your enemy at high health. We're using Shaggy, who is the heaviest non-tank character. So if you're fighting a tankier character, you just have to get them a little bit higher. But the first move that's recommended is the up axe, the up tilt, which is just on the ground, up attack. That's gonna kill Shaggy every single time, uncharged at 145, which is pretty dope. The next move is going to be the neutral charge. However, this has a slightly horizontal knockback, so he actually has to be at 150 uncharged, and it'll guarantee kill him. Now, what's nice about this is I've often done this, where you just go like this. See how these two moves go back to back pretty well? And if your enemy is dodging, or they try to dodge one and then come at you, one of these will end up hitting them, and you'll get the kill that way. The next move to kill with, which I recommend starting this off when they're at slightly lower health, is the skateboard, and that's because it's actually harder to land all three because they bounce around so much when they're at higher health. Let's see if I can get the kill at 135, or, okay, 140, and that should kill him. And they have to be around 135, 140 before you start. I think they really have to be at like 145 when that third skateboard hits. Now, I'm going to lower his health even more for the next thing I'm going to show you, which I like to call juggling. It's going to be combining your up specials with up airs, and you're going to want to be using this sticky perk to really make this work. And let's go ahead, just get him into the air. And you can see why it's called juggling, because you just use both your up specials and then just spam up airs till you get them in. Now, for new Jake players, keep in mind the first up air does nothing to them. It's that second up air which has all the knockback. So you have to hit them with the up air too. And just as a quick tip, make sure you are practicing your fast fall up airs. Now, this is really difficult on keyboard and mouse, but on controller where you have your C-stick, this is much easier. And actually, just to show you guys, if you actually fast fall the up air 2, you can hit people pretty consistently off of the ground. And look, I just killed him with up air 2 at 120. So the juggling is great. We talked about skateboard. Now let's talk about edge guarding. Let's go ahead and reset Shaggy's health. Let's go ahead and take him to the edge with that combo. And I'm going to show you the best. I mean, really, there's two moves to edge guard. It's going to be stretchy punch and then also skateboard. But also, if they're hanging onto the wall, you can actually use down tilt. However, down tilt isn't as good. I would recommend just stretchy punching straight down. So let's go ahead and take Shaggy over there. Of course, I mess it up when I'm recording the video. Alrighty. And you're just gonna edge guard him with stretchy punches and just kind of knock him down like that. Even if you go into attack decay, like just keep stretchy punching to edge guard. It's much better. Now you can down air. You see, if let me try to pull off the full combo. Although this version is a little bit harder, where we do edge guard with down air at the end. There we go. We hit him with the down air. Nice. That was the full combo. The second half of that is actually harder to pull off. So you're really going to want to edge guard mainly with stretchy punch. However, you can use down air. Just be careful getting trapped into down air. Down air's positioning, it will lock you in. And I've actually down aired off the map before, although that's a funny thing. It's worth it to kill them anyway. And yeah. So those are our finishers. Let's go ahead and talk about the ground combos. Now, Jake doesn't really have many ground combos. I already showed you guys this one where you can just neutral air into up X. Really what we're gonna be talking about is dodge canceling. So Jake doesn't have a weapon. His forward tilt gets low priority. However, what you're gonna wanna do is dodge, cancel the dodge, and go into that forward tilt. Now, a good practice is to spam it. This is actually not that good in game. However, it gives you good practicing of dodge canceling. And some of the ground combos are simply gonna be forward tilt, up X, forward tilt 1-2, up X, and forward tilt 1-2-3. Now you can also forward tilt into this, into neutral. So forward tilt into neutral. And let's actually put on dodge during hit stun. You can see that these are true combos. He's not dodging out of them. See, he didn't dodge out of that. And then the last thing you can do is actually forward tilt into bite. And bite is actually a really good Jake move. I have been using bite a lot more in my gameplay because it applies that 5 stacks of weakness. In 2s, it controls one of the enemies. It's actually a really good move in my opinion. And I have dodge on hit stun. You can see that he can't escape it. Now, keep in mind with bite, you don't want to get that second forward tilt off. You probably, yeah, see, so it's just forward tilt 1 bite. And you have to be relatively close to them as well, which is why that dodge canceling comes in handy. And yeah, those are the main ground combos. Jake doesn't really have many true ground combos. Alrighty, so now we are gonna cover some of Jake's air combos, which is something I didn't fully cover in the first combo guide. After the recent patch, which nerfed Infinite Skateboard, his 3-hit skateboard is actually very nice to leading into his other air moves. However, if you do 3 skateboards, it depends on your positioning if you can pull it off into a true combo like that. But what I would recommend practicing is that first combo I showed you at the beginning of the video. Now, just as a note, this combo isn't exactly ideal because you're not just gonna run up to your enemy and nair them like this pretty often. We just do it for the sake of getting the bot closer to the edge. The real combo here is starting from your skateboard. So your one hit from your skateboard can lead really well into any of your other air combos. So let's just go ahead and show you this first combo so you guys can practice your air moves. So it's gonna be nair, down air, nair. And this is really good to practice because it teaches you, I think he dodged because I had attack decay. It teaches you how to control your drift. You have to be in very specific spots to pull off this combo. And I'm gonna show you guys a couple of tricks. And then this part helps you practice your edge guarding, which, like I said, just use stretchy punch. Now, what do I mean by practicing your drifting area and where you are? Well, if you notice, depending on which way Jake is facing is where the nair will knock him. So you notice I go nair into bite, but that bite missed. You notice I go nair into bite pretty often. However, it's really influenced by where exactly you're standing. So notice I'm facing to the right, but I'm behind Shaggy. You would think the nair would knock him to the left, but it actually knocks him to the right. So you actually want to be about here, and then you land that nair bite way more consistently. And let me just show you if I'm here, you notice I miss that bite way more often. So really, you want to practice skateboard into nair. And see how that skateboard nair bite, I was slightly in front of him, so I landed that bite more consistently. Now, in general, all of Jake's air moves lead into each other very well, and you're most likely, notice how that was down air 1, nair, forward air. Down air 1, nair, bite. And you notice that a lot of these are started with the skateboard. Often you won't just run up to an enemy and nair them, maybe unless you're in 2s or something. But you will run up to enemies and hit them with skateboards. Plus, skateboard kind of levels out your positioning so you can go into these combos. When I'm in skateboard, I can influence myself to be slightly ahead of Shaggy for the nair. And then we can land that nair bite. And then also, just for example, you could go nair, up air, nair. Like, notice how well that these actually combo into each other. Down air, nair, forward air. I've already showed that. Just mess around with the dummy. Like, you can have these lead into each other so well. All of Jake's air moves work really well together. And just practice messing around. Now, like I said, I recommend practicing this combo because it'll really teach you how to practice your positioning on the bot, because you have to be very precise like that into the skateboard. And notice how I stop my forward momentum before I do that second nair, and you want to position him well for the bite. So also, one thing I want to talk about is charge canceling, because this is very useful on Jake and very useful for, faking out the opponent, is to charge your move. You can cancel it with a jump. You can cancel it with a dodge as well. So if I'm charging, I dodge and then go for the up X. Charge, dodge, up X. Or charge, dodge, forward tilt. Now, by the way, one thing I want to say about forward tilt is it has one of the fastest pullout times, kind of like Jake's nair, where Jake's nair doesn't have a lot of range, but because it has such a fast pullout time, it's actually very useful. And that's what his forward tilt is good for. So go ahead and charge a move, jump cancel it, go into skateboard. It'll completely catch them off guard, take them into that air juggle, and finish them off and get the kill. So I think that's it for this video. I feel like I covered basically everything. If you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.